Find out where you can get your next COVID vaccine here in Pullman.
And later, check out what former U.S. president has his own app in the works. Murrow 8 News starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Newcomb.
And I'm Zygmunt Soroka. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Washington State is advancing to Phase 3 of the Healthy Washington reopening plan today. This means restaurants, movie theaters, and gyms now can operate at 50% occupancy. Up to 400 people can attend indoor and outdoor activities like concerts and graduations, as long as social distancing is enforced. Outdoor events with permanent facilities like sports games can have 25% occupancy for spectators. The next evaluation for counties will be on April 12th. Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories hosted a vaccine clinic earlier today at their event center. Murrow News 8's reporter Asia Farrington is live on the scene.
Thanks, Natalie. So I'm standing right here outside of Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories, also known as CEL. This is where their vaccine clinic, where members who were eligible prior to today were able to get their vaccine. The event took place for 2 hours today from 2 to 4 p.m. and it was by appointment only. I was able to get a quick tour from the director of security here. Now, through these doors here is the check-in area. They actually had someone keep tabs of everyone who is going in through that door for their first dose of the vaccine. After you go in through check-in, there was a main event area that had a whole bunch of chairs lined up 6 feet by 6 feet perfectly, and that's where people would be waiting no more than 30 minutes for their first dose. After that, they were just released outside the back here. Now, because it is the Pfizer vaccine and you need 2 doses, they do have another vaccine clinic set up to pop up about 3 weeks from today. So those same people that came in today are going to be back for their second dose. There was about 400 people that were signed up today, which was great. If you're not knowing exactly where you stand on the vaccine eligibility list, you can always check findyourphasewa.org and find out that way. I'm Asia Farrington, back to the desk.
Washington State Department of Health announced on Saturday that more than 130,000 COVID-19 vaccines have been given out. The DOH has given totals for the 4 vaccination sites around the state, all administering more than 28,000 doses each. The next round of people to get the vaccine will be made eligible on March 31st.
2 Rite Aid locations turned away undocumented immigrants. 2 locations in Southern California apologized for denying the COVID vaccine to 2 undocumented women. The stores said that they were both mistakes and that new training is in place about not turning anyone away. Since then, both women have received their first round of the vaccine.
Starting today, Krispy Kreme is giving free donuts to anyone with proof of a COVID-19 vaccination. This is not a one-time offer, although vaccinated individuals can come back every single day to get a free donut through the rest of 2021. All you need to show is your vaccination card to redeem your donut. A vaccine sticker is not valid proof of vaccination.
One Pullman woman is using art to help the community of Malden following their destructive fire last fall. According to the Moscow Pullman Daily News, Jean Arnold has painted 2 scenes showing the aftermath of the fire in order to raise awareness to the continued displacement in hopes of gathering donations for the community.
Former President Donald Trump is planning to launch his own social media platform. Trump was banned from Twitter in January after his incitement of the Capitol riots. Since being banned, Trump has relied on press releases in the form of tweets to communicate with the world. The platform won't be released for a few months, but Trump's advisors, Jason Miller, said Trump plans to bring tens of millions of users to his platform.
COVID can't keep us from rocking forever. Live concerts are finally starting to return all around the country and here in the inland Northwest as well. Ice Cube, Darius Rucker, and Foreigner are just few of the headliners announced by Northern Quest Casino, the Idaho casino announcing the summer concert lineup today. The first concert scheduled will be Ice Cube on July 22nd. Up next, updates about the Boston Marathon bomber and his sentencing.
And when we come back, our weatherman Alan Lester is going to tell us what this first week of spring is going to look like. Here on Murrow News 8.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Boston bomber's death sentence will be reconsidered. The Supreme Court announced Monday it will consider reinstating the death sentence for the Boston Marathon bomber. He will have a chance to present President Joe Biden with his opposition to capital punishment. The case will not be heard until the fall, and it is unclear how the new administration will handle the case.
Miami Beach has seen it all this weekend as police and spring breakers clash in the streets. Over 1,000 people have been arrested and over 80 guns have been seized by police over the weekend. Officials have pleaded with spring breakers to be responsible, many seen without masks and ignoring local restrictions. Miami Beach has even banned alcohol on the beach and alcohol sales after 10 p.m.
It's been a weather roller coaster today with all that hail and snow. Ellen, tell us more about it.
Thanks, Natalie. Yeah, no, despite spring being in full effect, Mother Nature definitely wouldn't have let that be known. We saw some morning snow today as well as some afternoon hail, and that's not even the end of it. We also saw the fact that today we had some wind gusts up to 13 miles an hour. However, the highest that it did get at some points was 25, which led to the high being a 46 and a low of 28. However, tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit better, though. We are going to see some more sun. It's going to be a high of 47 degrees and a low of 30. It's still going to be slightly chilly, though, and that's going to be a matter of the part from there being an 8-mile-an-hour winds coming from the northwest. I also would like to point out, too, that the sunrise is going to be at 6:45 in the morning, so if you're like me and you like to get out for a walk before your daily commute to work or school, it's going to be a good time to go do it. If we start looking at our state map, though, we're looking at the west side of Seattle and Olympia. Pretty typical weather for March at this point, averaging around 50 degrees. It's going to be pretty rainy over there, though. If we do look at the middle of the state, up in the Tri-Cities and Yakima area, mid to high 50s, sunny temperatures. In Spokane, pretty gloomy day, kind of cloudy. Pullman, though, still erratic weather. It's the start of the week, 46, and that's going to pull us over to looking at our 5-day forecast. And when I say looking at erratic weather, I'm going to step off screen just so you can see it. I'm going to stress off the fact of that Tuesday and Friday are both going to be sunny days. High of 47 on Tuesday, high of 52 on Friday. However, that's not the end of it, too. On Thursday, there is going to be a chance of snow. So even though spring is in full effect, make sure you keep bundled up, and we'll see if we can get warmer in the future. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, when you turn, our Murrow News 8 reporter Jake Knight will talk about how this Major League Baseball season is going to look like for all of you Mariners fans.
And today we honor an NBA Hall of Famer who passed away earlier. When we return.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And welcome back. I'm Isaac Connors here with your sports. WSU women's basketball put up a strong effort in tournament play yesterday, but fell short, losing 57-53 to South Florida in the first round of the NCAA tournament. WSU was down 9 at the half, but came out strong after the break, going on a 17-3 run. WSU's coach Kami Etheridge was proud of her team, saying, "I loved our fight and I loved our spirit. We gave ourselves a chance to win the game." South Florida will move on to play number 1 seed North Carolina in the second round. If you made an NCAA tournament bracket, there's a good chance it's been mostly destroyed at this point. But all hope is not lost if you pick the Zags to win it all. The Gonzaga Bulldogs battled it out against Oklahoma this afternoon and came away with a win, beating Oklahoma 87-71. With the win, the Zags advance to the Sweet 16 and will take on Creighton. And the Seattle Mariners, they've got big plans in store and they're getting ready to allow their fans into the ballpark. Now reporter Jake Knight is in Seattle with more information.
This once familiar crowd noise has been lost in T-Mobile Park. In the 2020 season, Mariners fans were forced to watch their team play from the outside.
Almost desperate to go to some sort of a sporting event in person.
But this is a new year, and at the start of the season, the M's will allow 9,000 masked fans into the ballpark for the first 11 games until further notice. The Mariners Director of Community Affairs, Rebecca Hale, answers the question that fans like Torrin Crockett have on their mind. How much will it cost to be one of those fans?
You know, that's a very complicated question.
Okay, we might not have an answer quite yet. Hale says so many things come into play, which makes it difficult to put a number on it. But tickets go on sale on March 25th, 1 week before opening day. On April 1st, these gates will open for 9,000 eager Mariners fans on opening day. But keeping those Mariners fans safe is the team's top priority. Guys, what are you doing? It's not even April 1st yet. We just can't wait.
From what I remember of going to baseball games on the concourse, it's pretty heavily trafficked.
Safety out of the seats is a concern for Crockett, but Hale says safety measures are being taken, including having safety ambassadors in different areas of the park.
They'll be available to answer questions about any of our practices or policies. They'll be able to, gently remind folks to, space out the lines a bit if needed, or put their mask up over their nose, or whatever else.
Hale is hopeful this is only the beginning, and closer to normal days are coming.
Hopefully by end of June, August, into, those glorious summer days here in Seattle, hopefully we'll be able to have a lot of people in the ballpark to cheer on what is going to be a really fun, exciting team.
From Seattle, I'm Jake Knight, Murrow News 8.
And some sad news in the sports world today as NBA legend and former Los Angeles Laker Elgin Baylor passed away this afternoon. Baylor was the first overall pick in 1958, and he won Rookie of the Year in 1959. He was also named to 11 NBA All-Star teams and was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame in 1997. To this day, he's considered by many to be one of the greats in the NBA. His family said in a statement this afternoon that he passed away peacefully. He was 86 years old. And we will be right back.
Here at Murrow News 8.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic night.
Goodbye.